kaka, me go matar, me to my wee, me go matar, me to my wee, me go kaka, me to my wee.
And a mother, and you've got lots of things going on. So you want to talk about that, but also your show, Mama Africa, which was at the Wolsey in Ipswich, but you've also got some other shows coming up which are quite local. Is your next one in Colchester at the Mercury Theatre?
The next one is at Great Yarmouth, St.
Yes.
George's
Great Yarmouth,
And then we come to Colchester.
Yes.
But New Wolseley blew my mind.
Yes.
I mean, 400 people in the audience. I was just like, oh my God.
Oh, you gotta give it a clap.
Do you know what? That's amazing. And not only that,
Seriously.
but we heard that there were actually lots of new people that were coming to the Wolsey that had never even been before because your show brought them in, which is brilliant.
I love that, when you do theatres and it's actually starting to attract a new audience that has never been there before. And there was like 30-something people on the waiting list.
Yeah. Including us. Yeah, but we're coming to Colchester.
The thing is, it's the strength that she does it
One person show. Yeah. How do you do that? How do you prepare for that?
She's crazy. I know.
You gotta be selfish.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
You've gotta be selfish. So there is a selfish side to me.
I think we've all got that.
Yeah, but when I turn up, it's my time. I take every single second. My preparation is like 3-4 hours long.
Yeah.
Jeez.
What, leading up to the start?
Leading up.
Yeah.
And then I need an hour afterwards to cool right down. And I quite like that, because you really connect with the story you're telling.
Yeah.
And the yoga and meditation for me is the way to go because I've been in bands
that
before.
plays a long role, isn't it?
Exactly. In bands you go, you do your sound check, you go and have a few beers.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this is
it's in the zone. At the end of the day, you're actually performing as a character, a person in real life, and this is quite a responsibility for you to get as close to the this person as possible. Can you tell us a little bit about Mama Africa?
Yes. I can't wait.
But let me just, there is things I have to say, obviously.
Yeah.
Because the team will beat me up. I have to say the Arts Council many times because obviously they made this show possible.
Yes.
And before I did Mama Africa, I also told my life story.
Oh.
Wow.
Which I thought, I needed to understand my journey, my personal journey.
Yeah.
But I also needed people around me to understand who I was. The question, where do you come from?
Yeah.
I needed to go deeper and actually understand where I came from. How have I ended up here? So that was a 45-day tour that we did in the UK.
Wow, and you feel like that was preparation for them trying to do this and kind of understand it from someone else's perspective.
Yes, I had to tell my own life story before I could tell other people's stories.
That makes complete sense.
And actually, our PR lady made a really interesting comment. She said, okay, so you decided to tell another person's story, and you've gone for Miriam Makeba. Are you crazy?
I was like kind of shocked.
Would you say she's one of the most famous women in Africa? Would you say she is the most famous woman?
By a long way.
Yeah.
But the thing is, she could have picked anybody.
But this is a tall ask.
She could have picked anybody.
Yeah.
True.
She went for Miriam.
But what a life that woman had. What a life. I mean, she was born in prison.
Why,
I mean, to start your life in prison.
Yeah.
But she wasn't even meant to survive. Do you know what I mean? Even when she was born, the grandmother said, I told you so. Yeah. They were so sick. The mom and the baby were so sick.
It's crazy.
And and there was so many obstacles in her life.
Yeah. So how do you connect with that? Having never have lived a life like, I mean, I don't know your life story, but I'm sure it's quite dissimilar to, maybe there's some crossovers, I don't know.
There is crossovers, because, we grew up, I'm thinking we're the same age. So we grew up seeing things that Africa was going through.
All the change and everything.
Hang on, that's not fair. And then we actually witnessed the changes of, the end of apartheid system.
Big up to that.
Into, actually we're now independent.
That's amazing.
But again, yes, there are some similarities, but music also held us together.
Yeah.
I think it did bring us as a nation.
Yeah.
That's
and
right.
it helped us to heal as well.
Oh, totally,
In
totally.
terms of the struggle we had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were young, but we could see the pain that the adults were going through.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
but
a lot
her
of
personal-
weight for you
Oh, gosh.
as a child
Yeah.
to have to bear, because as adults, as parents, we want to protect our children, but actually
Of course.
sometimes you can't control what's going on
Exactly.
around you, and that
Oh,
really has
gosh.
an impact.
Yeah, and you're growing up thinking, that's not fair, that's not right.
Yeah.
But I think it was also her personal struggle,
Yeah.
that makes you think, did you do that?
Yeah.
How do you lose a mother and not be able to mourn
That
her?
resilience.
Yeah, how do you lose a child and not be able to bury her in your country
That's it.
of birth? These are the things that we saw. How do you
Yeah.
have, that kind of cervical cancer and come on stage and smile and still be
Yeah.
giving
Yeah.
so much? She
Back
gave
to
so much
everyone.
to
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah.
Definitely. What a life. And so for you, when you were, portraying these scenes, how do you do that as a one-man show? What do you, because obviously, you have set, you have sound and lighting and costume changes, and how do you portray all these different elements of her life?
Well, I think,
Remember, she had to get all this African spirit,
Yes.
bring it over,
Yeah.
tapping it,
everywhere.
Yes.
get inside,
Yeah.
and let it out.
Yeah.
It starts building.
Yeah.
But I say my because I don't like to sound like I own
No.
people.
Yeah.
My director, she's our
The
director.
director.
The director.
Yeah.
Tonya Daly Campbell. She's a woman of Jamaican descent.
She's
Black British.
We met her. She's a great
She's a
lady.
force,
She's
on
got
fire,
such
though.
a great
So she
personality.
knew how to just tap,
Yeah.
those emotions that, okay, if you're going to be
Yeah.
sad, I want to see some sadness. So in the end, after we did the R&D, she also brought in a voice director.
Right.
And I'm saying to the voice director, I don't cry. I don't like crying. I don't even know how to make myself start
Really?
crying
Yeah.
normally. There's kind of a hard side to me. So
Yeah.
just try those tears, get on with life.
Yeah.
But the minute she said to me, the feeling starts here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it
she
is.
taught me how to cry for losing a mother. So, you become
Like, put yourself-
Okay.
You become
In the
child.
shoes.
In the shoes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, kind of just feel what it's like to lose a mother. And then when you lose a baby,
Yeah.
Wow.
it's gut-wrenching. The crying is coming from the womb. It's like,
Yeah.
wow,
It's like the scream, like an inner scream
That's
almost.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
And I cried.
Yeah.
I found.
But you have
Right.
children, so you can.
So you can connect.
Imagine.
With those.
I want to
Yeah.
do that.
Feeling.
I've never done that.
Do you think you could?
I don't know.
Give it a go.
I would go like, ooh, it's not coming.
No. I think the open arms.
yeah.
I think when you're sad, it's like more you're closed.
Give it time. You need to give it time.
There's
But let it build up.
there's
Build up.
a
Alright.
drama practitioner, and his name is Stanislavski. Have you heard of him? And he created this technique called the magic if, and it's the same thing. It's like, imagine if
Yes.
you were in this situation, and if you can't imagine it, if you can't connect, you imagine a situation where you may have felt that sad,
Those
that emotional.
feelings.
That-
Exactly.
yeah.
So tap into that and then add a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because a few times now,
Yeah.
people have said, I cried all the way through
Wow.
the show. And it's like, oh gosh, I hope it wasn't that bad.
But I guess there's
But
like ups and downs.
It's so emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a
A lot
roller
of people
coaster.
they were
Can't
talking
wait
about
to
it
go and
because
see
what
it.
happened is we go around and with charities and a lot of charities came and
Yeah.
see you at Wellesley.
Yes, they did.
lot of
Yeah.
It's
And
amazing.
more especially
We had a lady on our show a
African-
couple of weeks ago, Funmi. She watched you and she was absolutely in awe, is desperate to meet you and connect with you. Yeah. And she runs local charities to
all that kind of
so
thing.
she's
And this is what Makeba did. She was able to connect with people.
And you're doing that
in the heart.
In the heart.
You know, everybody has experienced pain, like we're saying. Everybody has experienced joy, and there is so much laughter as well. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There's so much.
But the sad thing is, when the mom I think mom went to prison, didn't she? Miriam Makeba's mom, and then Miriam Makeba was born
because of the beer.
This was the beer brewing, which I find absolutely crazy, insane.
We were not allowed to sell a brewed,
but white people could.
I know.
Yes, it's like insane control. For me, that's just it's just so alien. The control people are, if you're white, you can do it. That's fine. Yes. You can't do it.
Yes, you're not allowed to have fun.
Oh my!
I'm reading a book at the moment because when I go to Zimbabwe, I want to collect this history, this knowledge. And there is a dance called Mbende.
Yeah.
Bende.
And it's kind of a suggestive dance.
Okay.
Okay.
That we do.
Let's go.
And so the colonials didn't like it because it looked like the Africans were having too much fun. So they banned it. But so the natives then changed the name and called it Jerusalem.
Religious.
So they say, you can do that dance.
Yeah.
That's religious.
I thought you were going to say they were worried, that the white women were worried that the females were going to take their men or something.
No. It was like, just change the name and nobody will know any different.
Oh my goodness.
And that's the craziness of it all. But when you read Miriam Makeba's book, the opening page talks about, I'd rather be oppressed than be the oppressor.
Right.
And when you hear her interviews, that woman,
crazy.
the way she spoke in her interviews, the way she talked about, being South African meant she could be free as a bird, but she wasn't allowed to be free as a bird. Being South African meant she could be free like a river, going through obstacles until the stones become.
It's not always
smooth.
going to be easy, but it's like.
But can you imagine that way of speaking now?
Yeah.
I say this to people. Only AI can speak like that.
Yeah.
But she had it. She had words
back then.
that were ready from back then.
Back then.
Cool. Without all this knowledge, without much school either.
That could reach so many people, and
she knew how
they could connect with it. Yeah.
Totally.
And often saying things that people want to say, and that's why they connect more. They're like, I want to say that, but I just haven't got the the strength or the courage or the
absolutely. And I watched so many interviews of hers, and one of them was her being asked, so what is it like to live in South Africa?
Yeah.
And she goes, it depends what you mean by South Africa, because I can only speak for my people, and living in South Africa is hard. You see, the voice is soft, but she cannot compare the South Africa of the white to the black. No, you can't.
Who are we speaking on behalf of here?
Exactly.
It depends who you're asking.
But she kills it, didn't she?
Yeah.
Every time.
The same voice and the same. Oh man.
And when she passed away in Italy, I said to myself, one day I'm going to tell her story.
Yeah.
And in 2015, I kind of dipped in a little bit, and it's like, and all the gremlins came down.
Oh.
Who are you to tell Miriam Makeba's story? She was...
Yeah.
So I stopped.
Oh.
And I thought, somebody out there needs to tell a story.
Yeah, someone's got to do it.
So people come in and say, who are you to tell Miriam Makeba's story?
Why is this? Why is that?
Yeah.
What's wrong? Why
Why
not you?
But, in the end, it's like, I will tell my own version of the story. Yeah. I want to celebrate
from your
her.
perspective
From
as well.
my perspective.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, like you say, people who are coming to our shows to see the show. Some of them have never heard of Miriam Makeba. It's like, that is so criminal. This woman's name should be in the history books.
I need to own up to the same criminal act.
Yeah. I can imagine
Come
that
on, raise
conversation going on between you two.
Never heard of it. No, that's awful.
When we spoke about it,
Yeah.
It's like she said, I don't know anything
Who's
about
Miriam
her.
Makeba? Yeah.
And I said,
So I had to do a little bit of
how come?
research too.
How come you can't know Miriam Makeba?
I'm doing most of my research by coming to watch the show
Yes.
Yeah.
because I feel like I'm going to learn a lot from that.
You are gonna learn so much. And in a way, I think you have to understand that, you know, we're passionate because we grew up with this name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really great that we're also introducing it to new audiences.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Who didn't know about it? And for me, if you look at history books, women are not as you know, celebrated as much.
No.
Yeah.
And then the African woman is even down at the bottom.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
And you think, actually, how can we not say thank you to Miriam Makeba?
Miriam
for
Makeba.
Yeah.
what she did?
Yeah. And continue that legacy as well.
right.
Continue that
She
legacy.
did.
They normally say nowadays, give her flowers
Yeah.
while she's, you know, but
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
because
just.
her passing, it was really sad passing as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, but that's how I wanna go.
Heart attack.
She
No,
just
I
sang
wanna
though.
go
She
on
was
stage.
she was
on
singing.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heart attack though.
But
You have to look at the
I know heart
deeper.
attack was.
Oh, man,
but
can you
looking
imagine?
deeper,
Oh,
looking
yeah.
deeper.
yeah.
How do we all want to go? We don't know.
Yeah. Doing
But
the
she
thing that we
did
love the
What
most.
she loved doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was still talking. She, in the end,
On stage.
this life forced her to talk
Yeah.
about the injustices of the world.
Yeah.
You know, not just South Africa, but that's what she was doing in
Yeah.
Italy.
Yeah.
You think that was a brief moment, Cedric? Like that's a very small moment. Before that, prior to
Yeah.
that, she was doing something she loved. She wasn't laying in a hospital bed, with all tubes coming in.
Neglected in a care home
Like,
by
no.
a family.
Yeah,
You know?
No, she was doing something she loved,
Absolutely.
She
and
went
moments
with
before that, she
thousands
was
of people
happy.
knowing her
Yeah.
that
Yes.
but that
So
was
as we obviously the music's a massive thing. That's what got her the platform to then
Yeah.
become an activist, to become the person that she is.
Totally, yeah.
So when it comes to the music, kind of, what's your favorite song that Miriam
Of Miriam
sang?
Makeba.
Yeah,
Oh
what's
my
your favorite song?
goodness. There is so many.
I like that.
There's obviously there's obviously the
I like
most
that.
famous
Pata
song.
Pata. It's
Yeah.
funny because you mentioned Pata Pata to people and they say, I know that song.
Yeah,
didn't
my
know
husband
that.
knew it. My husband knew it. Yeah.
Everybody knows it. All of my friends and
I
she
didn't.
didn't know it.
Oh, really? Oh, my
Honestly, I feel so
Your husband
uneducated.
knew it.
He knew it. He'd heard it.
She
I
didn't
know.
know it.
He's like, I've heard this song.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And there is another song I do in the show which is called When I've Passed On.
Yeah.
They've got to play that at my funeral because it's so deep, you know.
Yeah.
And she when I first saw it, she was
Yeah.
singing it at the Vatican for the Pope.
Wow.
Oh,
And you know, wretched is a man who's born. And you think, oh my God, you know.
Yeah.
But it talks about when she dies.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow, that's
when
powerful.
she's passed on.
Yeah.
Who will celebrate her life? Who will do this?
Yeah.
And
So
I
it's
thought
like
to
imagine
myself,
almost writing your own funeral
That's
song.
right. That's right.
Oh,
So
man.
And
there
then
is
your
so
family
much-
and everyone that loves
But
you
just-
hearing your voice singing about this moment and
Oh my
just to be
Yeah.
around with
Yeah.
you know your loved ones.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the good thing is she had a lot of people on like
a lot
the
of people
whole
that
the whole
support her.
stage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Full house,
Yes.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
it's kind of like it's a good way to go, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good legacy. It's a good legacy.
Yeah, no. And, you know, again, I don't know how they remember her work in
Yeah.
South Africa, you know, but I'll be very interested to find out, is she still celebrated in South Africa?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, a lot of people
I
in
don't
South
think
Africa
so.
watch this show.
Oh, do they?
Yes, yeah.
I want to know. I'm so interested in finding
Yeah, a lot
out.
of people
They
watch
need
this
to
show.
do the comments.
Yes, yeah.
What does it mean to have had such an iconic figure who spoke out for your country with so much passion, you know, against what was going on? She wasn't there physically, but a lot of the comrades were not also there physically. You know, they were based, Oliver Tambo and all the different comrades, they were based in other places, but they contributed. But is it because she's a woman? Is it because...
Okay. Yeah, was she not taken as seriously?
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
I think
That would be
was-
interesting to know. That would be
Yeah.
interesting if people could,
The sad
could let us
story
know.
was for her when her mom passed away, she couldn't even went back, and
See her? No, she wasn't allowed back
she
to
wasn't
Africa,
allowed.
was she?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
the apartheid government. She said apartheid.
Apartheid. I thought it was apartheid. Apartheid. Like you roll your tongue when you say it.
You say it.
Apartheid. Apartheid. I don't know. I sound French or something. I try. I sound like I'm saying appetite.
I think you almost like to make it sound a little bit more harsh.
Yeah.
Because you make it sound very
strong.
How
do you say it?
Apartheid.
There's a in there. There's a
I have a lot of learning to do when it comes to the African accent. And there's so many variants of it as well. But you speak Zulu as well, don't you? You speak Zulu?
No,
you don't speak Zulu?
I just sing in many different languages.
Yeah, okay.
So that's where my safety is in the song.
Do you want to give us a song? Do you want to give us the pata pata?
Yeah, I can do pata pata.
That would be...
Do you
Should we have a pata pata?
Yeah.
I want you to hear you singing that one.
No.
We can do...
I want to hear...
you can join in. Dancing.
Yeah, mama.
I want to hear you... I don't know.
I could do you or mama.
No.
So let's...
Okay.
Let's go for it.
Wembley, here we come.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, London Palladium. Lovely. Love that.
You gotta give that, man.
Love that. And you can hear more if you go to the show.
There is much
you can hear the whole song.
Much
Oh,
more.
man.
Gosh. But I haven't got backing singers. I know.
Oh, wow. I don't know what I'm saying.
It's perfect what you're
Thank
saying.
you.
We're
Thank
trying.
you. What does pata pata mean? What is pata pata?
It's a dance.
Oh, it's a pata.
It's a,
okay.
it's a kind
like
of dance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What's Nazi?
It's just a melody.
Dancing, yeah. Dancing. Dancing.
Is that what it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dancing fits. It'd be good to hear like an alternative version, like a British version. You could maybe do your own.
There is, I mean, but it's so unique to Miriam Makeba.
Yeah.
Like, definitely.
You wouldn't want to touch it.
Don't touch it. Just dance it.
Yeah.
But there is a young French singer who I'm really impressed.
Yeah.
She's done a song called Makeba.
Oh, okay.
And she goes, Makeba, Makeba, Makeba. But she grew up in South Africa, so her video is very black and white.
Okay.
But I'm looking at these young people saying, actually, she's doing really well. She's done Glastonbury, she's done quite big festivals. But young people are coming on and saying, I want to. I want to appreciate this, this woman.
Good, that's great.
Yeah, so
that's great.
I quite like that. Yeah, I've been following and thinking.
But then,
brilliant.
I just want to know, back home from Zimbabwe, how was the upbringing for you?
Fun. Life was fun. I grew up with my grandparents.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
And so they had 8 children and 5 grandchildren.
Oh, 8.
And kind of sleeping arrangements had to be
planned strategically,
interesting. Very, very interesting. So girls slept in one room, boys slept in another, and my grandparents had their main bedroom. Yeah. But I am grateful that TV or radio didn't come in my life until I was 14.
Yeah. We talked about this.
Imagination was crazy, when we were growing up. Oh my God. So my grandmother was a storyteller. She was a drama. Yeah. My grandfather would play the concertina in the evening. We'd all sit around and sing. But we didn't think, growing up that we were actually this was going to be a career. This was going to be
You just love doing it.
It was like, it was part of everyday life.
Yeah.
The aunties, at the weekends, just before breakfast, they would just use, soil and stones, and they would build little houses and tell us stories.
Wow.
And then, all the children in the streets after breakfast, it's out, you're playing rakaraka, nodo, dunu, bora.
What's that?
I told my
I
story
just like the sound of it, the sound of it.
My first car was a break.
Yes.
I told her, she didn't believe me.
The boys would make a Lamborghini with wires,
Yeah.
And they'll be pushing their Lamborghini there.
Yes.
And then if we found a tractor tire.
Tractor
that was your whole day.
Yes. You get inside the tractor tire.
Yeah.
Inside it.
I've seen videos of those. They look quite scary.
Until you pop out.
Just roll with it.
And you're still here today to tell the tale.
Oh my goodness.
And that was I think that was the best childhood that you could ever imagine. My grandfather would take us for walks in the mountains. Man. He would go hunting for birds.
Wow.
But he was
the slingshot.
That's right.
Yeah. You got very good at that.
Reckon.
Yeah.
I saw
that sounds great.
Yesterday at a craft show in
They're
Suffolk.
expensive, right?
Yeah. And they're all made fancy, but boys would make their own, and
in moments,
Yeah, but growing up in Zimbabwe, and we grew up in a township.
Yeah.
So there was that sense that the community looked after the children.
Yeah.
And it's still there to some extent, everybody looks after the community.
I love the idea of that.
Yeah.
I love the idea of
But
that.
you loved it.
But when I've been to your house with my children, and it's very similar, and I love that. It's like he's always got food on. Do you want some food? He's like, just take, send the little one with the kids. Yes. What, they're going to look after it? Yeah, my children, maybe not. His children, yeah. It's just so different.
It's so different. Yeah, it's almost like our house, there was always food, like you say.
Yeah.
And my grandmother, anybody arrived, they wash hands, they're eating. Yeah. And it wasn't because, she wants a return when she comes to your house.
No.
And it's almost like, you look at it now, there is that thing that, you meet somebody when they're on holiday back home.
Yeah.
And you say, what's your number?
And it never happens.
I'll pop in and see you when I ever make it to the UK.
That's the thing.
It just is. It's because you want to.
Yes, that's right.
What made me remember it is we used to sing. Do you remember the stoves?
Yes.
The heating stoves where we used to use coal. Yeah. And we sit around it and we used to sing. Your whole family comes in and join in.
Wow.
You hear all those melodies and you think, oh my goodness, this is beautiful.
And you know what? You'll be sitting outside and you're looking at this amazing sky and the stars around. We've forgotten, I think, a little bit. I would say maybe in Zimbabwe as well, a little bit. But in the West, we've forgotten to just let go.
And look up. Look around.
And look up. See what's around you. And I've just come back from Zimbabwe, and I was so pleased that there is no public Wi-Fi.
Really?
So actually, everybody is alert when they're walking in the streets.
Yes.
They're not attached to this.
They're acknowledging other people.
They're acknowledging other people constantly.
Yeah.
And I love that. And I hope that we never have public Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And all these things that are supposed to make our lives
better. We have it on
better.
the buses here.
I know. But it makes people so unsociable. And that idea of not looking up, it's like, you don't. And what are you missing? Like, you don't know. You don't know what you've missed. You could have missed the love of your life. You could have missed
that's right.
a best friend. You could have missed like an opportunity that you...
Totally. And, in a way, you can't take the time back.
No.
But if we could, I think we need to remove all these barriers we're putting and telling us that it's actually good for us. But it's not, because then, we're now talking about mental health problems.
I know.
Yeah, because you're attached to your phone watching things that absolutely don't matter constantly.
I know. Yeah, and we get so drawn into absolutely terrible. Like, we're just watching these like 1 minute videos where someone's like chasing a cat, or you think, what am I watching? I'm never going to get that life back. I've just watched that.
No, that's it.
It's crazy.
But then, you play How many instruments?
Properly 3.
She's crazy. I told you.
Yeah. See, that makes me feel very inferior. Very inferior. But also you have a voice, so that's the fourth.
Oh, yes. For the instruments. Yes.
I know.
Yes, you're right.
I told you.
Oh,
so you went back to Africa. You went back there. You told me you have a charity, or you run a charity. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is this why you went back, or were there double reasons why? Family?
It's definitely a reason that we want to go regular. It's because of the charity. So we sponsor children in 6 schools. Children who are either orphaned or, disadvantaged. So disadvantaged. Right. Could mean you've got mom and dad, but the economy means that they're both not working. Yeah. So we look for children that we can support, and there is 3 charities working in schools in Zimbabwe. And then there is another organization called She, and in all our schools we're the 3rd charity that is actively sending children to school and paying their fees. Yeah. So I start from reception to 6th form.
That's amazing.
And recently we've also studied apprenticeship
for
our children who failed GCSE and can go further. Yeah. So we've got
giving them like another avenue.
That's right, yeah. So we're giving them another avenue. The girls are learning to be hairdressers. Yeah. They're learning to sew. The boys are learning to be mechanics, and
I think that's what we need. Yes. Because nowadays that's the only thing that will lack it. Yes. A lot of kids, they don't know even how to fix their bikes.
Well, there you go. You gotta be able to fix your bike.
Sew a button onto a shirt. Like simple things are going, because we're trying to introduce so many other kind of more up-to-date IT, and so we're forgetting the basic skills that people need.
Actually, the basics. Learn to cook. First.
Do you know how to? You teach maths in school to children, but you don't ever teach them about how to budget their money.
Exactly.
How do you budget money? Like, you get this money, how are you going to spend it? They don't know. They can't wash their own clothes. No. They can't wash up properly.
That's true.
Like, look at what you're wearing. It's beautiful. You said it was made in Africa. I mean,
exactly.
How would we put this together? Would you be able to do it? Would I? This is a skill.
Right.
Yeah, you could do it. We could give it a go. Exactly. Yeah. But I couldn't. I mean, and I think it's important. These skills are really important.
They're so important.
I mean, I have to say, as a devil's advocate, I would say that girls should also be offered opportunities for mechanics and boys for the other way around, because I'm real like stickler for like give them both opportunities.
But that was me growing up.
Baby steps.
No, I challenged what was the norm. You know? Yeah. So the mbira that I play, it was because I only saw men playing the mbira, and it's like, hang on a minute,
I can do this.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
And growing up as well, I used to see the big trucks, goods trucks that go to South Africa and Congo. It's like, why is it just men doing it?
Driving it.
I wanted to do it. So that is still my ambition to drive. They've got the big ones now in Zimbabwe called gonyets.
Wow.
It's like a road train.
Yeah.
So my dream is to drive one.
Really?
Of them. Just say I've done it.
And you'll do that as well, won't you? You will do that.
She's going to do it.
You're a woman of many talents.
Yeah.
Many talents.
Yeah. But I didn't have a full education, so by the time I studied high school, my grandfather couldn't afford to pay for school fees. No. So me and my auntie dropped out because, it's like, you're really good at school, but you're good at music. But Irene is good at school, so Irene can go to school and you can stay
And that's
home.
what it was like. You have to,
so
you have to choose.
It's a lot of challenges.
For families. So we dropped out of school, and from the age of 14, that's when I discovered music fully. Yeah. We had there was a group called Black Umfolosi from Bulawayo.
Okay.
And they'd been touring around the world, and they got to the stage where different people wanted to do different things. Yeah. So our artistic director, who was called King George.
Oh, cool name.
There's another story. King George came to live in Rugare and looked around all these talented children. So he started what was called Idwala Elekolu dance troupe.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So Idwala Elekolu.
What it means?
A big rock.
Okay.
Sorry, Anna. We have anything that we name it, it has a meaning.
Yeah.
Yes.
We just don't name anything.
Reason.
Anything that counts has a meaning.
Yeah.
No, don't get me started with that. Because children, you name them because there's a meaning.
There's a meaning.
Yeah.
And some of them is like,
and you hope they stick to that, like the character, but sometimes they're just so far away from it. You think,
Completely
why did I?
removes
Can we
me.
change your name now, please?
Yeah.
Can we change? Yeah.
We good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the charity means so much to me because I think in a way, Zimbabwe gave me the music and the talent that I now share with people from all walks of life.
Hey, but Anna, you killed it, man.
How?
You killed it, man. The way you're doing it, man.
Yeah.
Listen, who hasn't seen Anna?
Yeah.
I mean, Anna Mudeka. Please go and see Anna.
Yeah, you need to.
You killed it, man.
I am so excited.
Jesus,
so excited
Anna.
to come to
But
Colchester.
when you do something you enjoy,
Yeah.
it oozes through your pores.
Yeah. It helps you do it well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm doing, especially this show has challenged me. Telling your own life story, you can tell it.
Yeah.
But telling
You know it better than
somebody
anyone.
else's life
How
stories.
difficult is that, though? To tell the challenges.
Yeah, the challenge is, I suppose, people are coming to see somebody that they grew up knowing.
So you might have an expectation.
So the expectation is, is she gonna do it justice?
Yeah.
So with that in mind, when you walk onto that stage, it's like a second skin. You need to wear that skin. I need to communicate with Makeba before I walk onto the stage. I on an ancestral level, I need to invite her to come
to you.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that?
Oh gosh, yeah. That's the only belief that is tangible. If you think about it, we can trace our ancestors.
Yeah.
All the way back.
I love that.
Any other religion, can we actually track it and say, it's part of this DNA? I don't know.
Who knows?
But for me, the belief in ancestors is so strong.
It's there. Yeah.
And with some shows, she is in the room.
Yeah.
She is there.
Because the more
you
you
feel
get
it.
into it,
You can feel it. You can
that's
feel it.
powerful.
There is something that makes you shudder, when you've come off stage. And it's almost like,
wow.
the need.
I think we should shut the show down.
That's deep. That's deep.
I'm feeling it.
That's deep.
But I have to ask her to release,
Yeah.
to be released from her as well when I come off
So
stage.
that I can have it for a moment. I can have that energy. I can have that passion.
Yeah, but I can't carry on after I finish being
I need
her.
to let that go.
The energy is too strong. The electricity is too strong. I need a release.
I love
I need
that
to
you
come
feel
back
that.
to me.
I have a real belief in energy. That's my one belief. I don't really know where it's the idea that, when you switch off a light, the energy's still there. Where it can't just go away. It's got to be present. It's got to go somewhere.
That is true.
That
is true. And sometimes when you have the team and there's no energy there.
Yeah. That's the danger.
That's the danger.
That's the danger, man.
And you've got a great team.
You know what? I chose the team because I knew what they could bring to the table.
Beautiful.
Because, if you just look at somebody's CV and say, you will do. I needed, my stage manager sees me at the beginning and at the end.
Yeah.
So I need somebody who needs to see me being vulnerable.
Yes.
I don't need to see somebody who sees me because I'm a theatre practitioner and they've got a qualification in drama. I need to be vulnerable. And know that when I'm being vulnerable, there is people around me that can just, know what to do. Yeah, exactly. So I surround myself with people I know as well. Yeah. Because they know me through and through. Yeah. I mean, with my producer, Daisy. I love Daisy too.
Yeah, big up to Daisy. She's a great lady. Great lady.
Yep. We have heated discussions.
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Really,
but
we cuddle each other. When we cuddle each other, it's like...
But you only have heated discussions with people you feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
In life, you feel like you can be yourself with them. Yeah. So heated discussions are vulnerability. Yeah. Because then when you've lost a little bit of control, it's like,
And we both do, sometimes we lose control and it's like, hey.
That's true, yeah.
Get back to your normal self.
Yeah.
She knows how to bring me back to the level.
That's
and,
great.
I can openly say how I'm feeling to her, and she respects that. The reason I work with Daisy as well, she from the beginning, she's always said, I go with the artist feeling.
Yeah.
So she respects the artist.
Makes it more
So
natural.
what I say is what goes.
So she's able to kind of like identify where you at the time.
Yeah,
Yes.
To try and level you up.
Oh, completely.
To their
so they
motion,
understand. Yeah,
feeling, preparation
definitely.
to what you need to do.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That's important.
And you need that. And Tonya was a little bit like that as well in rehearsals. I mean, I'm now 47 years old, so my energy level is changing.
Hello. I'm young.
I won't apologise on his behalf. I'll just you're a strong woman.
He's young.
Boundaries.
I give it
No, we won't go there. Stop it. Anyway, so Tonya, our director, would come in and say, how are you feeling today? It's like, I've had a rough night. I'm not feeling good. Okay, we will structure the rehearsal compared to how you're feeling. And that's the difference with working with a male director.
Yeah, not good. Well, you need to pull yourself together now. Let's get this sorted. We need to get back there. We need to do this. Hang on, you're building stress and anxiety here. It's not. This is not helpful.
That's right.
Can you not sense my energy? I need a bit of calm right now. I need.
And it's like, the children will ring from school. Oh, I don't feel very well. It's like, Tonya, she said, go. You're a mother first.
Yeah.
And then a storyteller next. I prefer storyteller, not actress.
Yeah.
So,
that.
I really love the fact that they understand, and my well-being is first and foremost. Yeah. And I'm grateful for that.
Yeah,
How
definitely.
did you pick a team like that, Anna?
I think they picked me.
But for the fact that you can able to work with people who just know what to do.
Yeah. Are they friends? Were they friends first, or did they know you from the music industry? Did they spot you? Did they?
Well, Daisy.
Yeah.
When I first came to the UK in 1993.
Yeah.
Her mom was my first promoter.
Wow.
In the UK.
Yeah.
Daisy,
this is a long-term friendship.
Long time.
Whenever I see Madeline, it's like, come here.
Yeah.
And I remind her, and she's very modest as well. She said, you can't keep reminding me because, you're now doing things 20 times
You're
more
responsible
than when I
for your
first
own. But
met
actually,
you.
you still...
It's like, but I need to remind you, Madeline, because you gave me that
You're grateful.
That first lift, Tonya, it was through friends, when I was talking about the next show I wanted to create, I needed a female director. Yeah. And my friend, my neighbor in Spain said, I know the lady. Yeah. So she put me in touch with Tonya. Okay. And then Jan, who's our stage manager, she's somebody who does a lot of things. Yeah. So she's done veterinary work on the streets in Cuba. Wow. She does so much volunteering work here. She's had a life. Savvy. She's had a life.
She's seen things. Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you know when I'm feeling wobbly, you're the right person.
Yeah.
You're right close to me.
Great team
That's
to
great.
have.
So, and then everybody who then comes on the team feels that energy already and kind of, we feed off each other. Yeah. Our WhatsApp group is just so positive,
I love that.
Comment, we share information.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah. So I feel like when I finally go on stage, that team of 15, I've got to do them justice, because everybody's pulling and making sure that everything goes well. I've only got to deliver. Yeah. So
you've only got to deliver. That's all you've got to do. Just all by yourself with no one else there to perform. You've just got, that's literally it. Easy. Easy. We should both do it. I'm going to do it, actually.
Amazing, though.
It's a good team. It's a really strong team, and I'm just grateful.
Yeah,
I'm just really
we're really looking forward to it.
To be honest, I'm so humble.
Yeah, me too.
I don't even know what to say to you.
I think we've said a lot. You do have a game, though, don't you?
Yeah. We have a.
You have a game. I'm not going to say we.
Yeah. You're not with me now.
I am with you. I'm with you. Cedric has a game.
We have a game.
Do I just watch the game?
No.
Oh,
no.
You partake. It's not like a test of intelligence or a test of like. It's not. We're not putting you to the test. It's just a bit of fun.
Okay.
I mean, I would fail at this game, but you won't.
No, I will.
No, you won't. It's very simple.
What can I say? If
Do you want to do it now then?
Yes, I think so.
Let's do it now. We're going to surprise her, isn't it?
Yes.
We're going to shock you.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, the hat.
Yes.
And it's not an African hat.
We got a hat in here.
So the hat goes on.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got things in here.
Right.
Oi. Okay.
Okay.
Technical difficulties. We're having technical difficulties.
You can't see these, Anna.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
Man down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
We might have covered one. You might have to take it out of there.
Okay.
We might have covered one.
Yeah.
So who prepares this little hat?
This is actually Cedric's hat.
Okay.
It has his energy within it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
His brains.
He
are
wears
there.
this when
Yeah.
it's very sunny,
Okay.
protecting his head.
And the ancestors are here as well.
Sun damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm all
Bring
right
them
then.
in.
I'm all
Yeah.
right.
Bring
Yes.
them in.
Yes.
So
I
the
don't know
game
which
will go.
ancestors, but-
You tell the story.
Well, basically, you're a storyteller. So we just want to imagine, like, you know, when they say you do a play in a minute, like tell us the story in 1 minute. You could do it like that. So you could like give us a quick overview. You pick a
quick
name out
overview.
the hat,
Yeah.
just a quick like, what do you
Yeah.
know about this person?
So there is a person's
There's
name.
a person's name in there. You take it. You just give us a quick like, what do you know about this person? Maybe like link it to something musical. That could be good. And maybe connect it to Africa.
Right.
Maybe.
There's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot of edits at this stage.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just do like a quick
Like a quick.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready? Shall I press one button here?
Just try whatever.
Which
Just
one?
go, I think just whatever. Give it a shot.
I messed it up.
I like it. It's mysterious, and actually it might reflect.
Yeah, I got it right.
I thought the first one worked better.
Right.
Okay.
Anna, there is names in here. You would pick a name, and then you will tell a story
Okay.
within a couple of seconds. Anything that comes into your mind,
Right.
you just tell it.
Oh.
All right.
Wow. Okay.
Ready?
And it's like,
Okay.
never coming back.
You can't look though.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Pick a name.
No, this is too easy. That one. Too easy. Go. First one. You've got 30 seconds. Go.
30
As much
seconds.
as information as you can get in. Go.
Yeah.
I ask you, and all the leaders of the world, would you act differently? Would you stay silent and do nothing if you were in a place?
Aye.
Hey!
Oh yes, please.
Dancing pata pata. Dancing pata pata. Dancing pata pata. Dancing pata pata.
Okay, cool.
Thank you very much.
Feeling it now.
I love that. I love it.
Cool.
You got it. You've got it. Storytelling.
You go.
Now
Sometimes
what's
a
gonna
quote's
happen?
all you
Yeah,
need.
yeah.
Still gonna work this time, isn't it? Oh gosh. Oh
Yes.
gosh. Oh gosh.
Where you go?
Oh,
She got nothing.
So how does that work then?
your choice.
My choice.
We'll pass that one. We'll pass. Yeah, we'll pass.
I just.
Right. Nothing
Okay.
again.
Nothing again. So
You need
I'm
another-
gonna.
yeah, you're gonna have to come up with
I'm gonna
one.
have to do something here. Akasiya vana vachingochema vachingotenderera pachikomochiye vakasiya vana vachingochema vachingotenderera pachikomochiye nasi wazviona here kwave kutenderera kweropa nasi chachimurenga nasi wazviona here kwave kutenderera kweropa nasi chachimurenga chachimurenga
time, Cedric, make sure that it's not a blank one.
I don't know.
Oh gosh, what's happening with this blank one?
Where you go?
Okay. I just know a little bit.
Where you go?
I've got Lady Smith Black Mambazo.
Lady Smith Black Mambazo.
Simon. Woo! You know this one?
Ah, yeah.
Ta-na-na-na.
She's got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. She's got diamonds on the soles of her shoes.
That's good. I got another one.
Another one.
I got another one. Which one is that? Another one.
No.
We passed that one.
So
Yeah,
one.
we passed that one. Okay.
I'll make the game next time.
Where you go?
I've got Hugh Masikela.
Oh.
So I met this man.
Oh.
You did. Tell us about it while we play the song.
So it was at the Roundhouse in London for the Ubuntu charity.
Wow.
Oh, yes, please.
And Hugh Masikela was backstage with us.
Wow.
Oh.
And he came and he said, Mashita. So that was the only word he knew in Shona.
Wow.
But he was so humble. He was one of us, you know?
Yeah.
And he was just there. Now, this is a song that he wrote for Makeba, Soweto Blues.
Soweto Blues. Okay.
Do you know it?
The children got a letter from the master. It said no more Xhosa, Sutu, no more Zulu.
Oh.
Refusing to comply, they sent an answer. That's when the policeman came to the rescue. The children were dying, bullets flying, all the mothers screaming and crying. The fathers were working in the city. The evening news brought out all the publicity, just a little atrocity.
I should have brought the shakers down.
Wow.
But again, I mean,
Wow.
they were married once upon a time.
Yeah.
Makeba
Oh, wow.
and
Yeah.
Hugh. But
Yeah,
they continued
yeah.
working together. It was amazing. So, you know.
You make me remember him, Hugh Masikela, when he sang this song. And he goes like, Stimela, sihamba ngamala se, siveleta laku maye. Sangela kwa akoqa, ayeba kwethu, abathesiju. Sofa malahle sihamba malahle siveleta laku basangilahla kwaku.
I love that.
I think there's a story to be told here.
Yeah.
You must tell a story next.
Yes.
Man,
Yeah.
I remember we met him in Johannesburg. We were playing, and is that Family Factory, isn't he? We had a group called Family Factory, and he came, and he was so wonderful. He was good,
amazing.
humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The encouragement he gave us, boys, don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't
That is
give
amazing.
up.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting that you should say that, because going back home, everything is education driven.
Yeah.
Academic.
Yeah.
So I refuse, even with the children that we choose in the schools.
Yeah.
There's got to be a mixture of sports, talent, and academic.
Creative.
You cannot just, because we have so much. There is so much energy.
We need to let it out.
Yeah, exactly. So some will grow up to be doctors, but let's encourage those who are going to be the musicians.
We need them.
We
need that.
We
need that in our lives.
Fills our soul.
Yeah. At the end of a hard day at work, we often sit down and we turn on the
Who never
TV
listens to
and we
music?
need, we listen to music.
Just
We
look at
need this.
the vibe today,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
I feel it.
We need it.
I
We
feel
need
it.
that.
All right, come on.
my
One
goodness,
more.
oh my
What
goodness.
we got? One more.
Oliver Mtukudzi.
Oliver.
I'm thinking, are you playing Neria? Neria.
Is it Tudi?
Toddy.
Tudi.
Tudi.
But sing-
Oh, Tudi sense.
Yes.
What shall we do? Tingadi sense njani. What shall we do? Ah, Tudi sense. What shall we do? Tingadi sense njani. What shall we do? Shina kwanza say kurarama sinema oko.
Yes.
Kanatina satuana. Oh my God! I love Oliver Mtukudzi. So with the African choir, we actually do Neria, one of his.
So let's do it. You
You
can
know
play
it.
it, isn't it?
It's like, whoop.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We're testing you now.
You know, this song Neria,
Yeah.
he wrote because of domestic violence against women.
Oh, wow. Good for him.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
And he was always like that, you know. He championed the women and brought brought all the women up to the men's level.
That's
and
nice.
I
That's
loved
different.
That.
Beautiful.
How it was about
Yeah,
promoting,
yeah.
female power. Yeah, and they had National Day mourning in Zimbabwe when he died.
Yeah.
Nobody said that.
Really?
Oliver Mtukudzi. Everything stopped in Zimbabwe, and we just
He was an icon.
yeah,
He
very
was-
much so.
But I want to hear Neria. I want to hear Neria. He's checking
Oh,
it.
no pressure.
He's checking it. Come on, we're testing you, man.
Neria, Neria, oh, usawore moyo kaneria, Maria newe. Usawore moyo kaneria, Maria newe. Neria, Neria.
But he can't play. He can't play.
Thank you for trying, though. Thank you for trying.
You spoiled my song.
No,
man.
it's great tea. Positivity.
He can't play. Now you're fired.
Out of him.
Yeah. Ooh.
Thinking,
We've lost him. Yes, I like
I
it.
need that with my
Oh,
music.
man.
Brilliant.
Oh,
the
gosh.
game, yes.
Okay,
You've just got one more, haven't you?
We'll go one more. That's it.
Oh my God.
Link it to Africa.
Link it to Africa.
And with a movie.
Maybe.
There's a movie.
There's a
There's a
movie
movie.
as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
I don't know the word. I like it.
Ingwe nyama ingwe ya mabala, ingwe nyama ingwe ya mabala, ingwe nyama ingwe ya mabala, ingwe nyama ingwe ya mabala.
Is this who sings that? Tina? In the night we arrive from the planet.
Yes.
It's descending to the sun. There's more to be seen.
Great show,
Great opening. Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much for coming. Can I quickly promote Anna's ultimately talented in very many different ways, but she has her own orchard at home and makes this wonderful apple juice which she's gifted us, Norfolk Apple Press, which I'm sure is amazing and can't wait to share this with the family.
It's just out now. It's
Excellent.
been in production.
Where can people get hold of this?
Where can we get it?
Well, my website.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Could you give us that? Could you give us the website?
It's norfolkapplepress.co.uk.
Okay.
Wonderful. Amazing. Thank you for that.
So wait, did you find time to do this then?
Yeah.
That's how I relax.
Yeah.
You know, I just take
We've all got our
myself and I
pastimes.
start.
I told you she's a workaholic.
Yes. Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's the
yeah.
production, isn't it? I
Yeah.
love seeing things come from here
Yeah.
to there.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, what a beautiful...
It's a great feeling. Yeah. And it's giving people joy because it tastes good and a little piece of you in some way.
And how much does this go on the market then?
Well, it's $3.50 a bottle.
Yeah, that's
But
great.
for 12 bottles, you get for £40.
Wow.
So it's £2
yeah,
less.
it's well worth it, definitely. Well, thank you.
This is brilliant, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
This is
I'm very
really
proud of it. It's made by these hands.
Brilliant.
But, well, thank you.
Thank you very much for coming. We really, really appreciate your time. Can you, if you're wanting to give a message to any young up-and-coming females that are looking to get into the industry, music industry, what advice would you give to someone trying to do that, trying to achieve that?
Young people,
their dreams.
especially.
Really trust your own instincts.
Yeah.
Because you're always going to be right. Your first instinct is always going to be right. If you know that you want to be a musician, don't hesitate to knock on doors. Because people are always happy to give advice. Remember that. Yeah?
Yeah. Love
No
that.
successful person will ever turn you down for advice. Because they want to see you become successful too.
I love that. Thank you very much, and thank you for coming to the show.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
One more thing.
One more thing.
Yes. We got Anna's got some shows coming up.
Tour dates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yes, please.
We got some tour dates coming up. So, what would be the next one?
So the next one we're in Great Yarmouth, and then we're in Colchester, and then we are in Chester.
Yeah.
Birmingham is sold out, unfortunately, so there's no tickets.
I'll get on the waiting list just in case.
Yeah, but we're still doing Derby. We've got West Acre. We've got Dis in Norfolk.
Yeah.
But they're selling out.
Right.
And no word of a lie.
Right,
The show is popular and people want to see it.
And
so come and see it before
where
we
can
go.
we get the tickets?
So the tickets, if you go on my website, you've got links to annamudeka.co.uk. You've got links to all the ticket sales.
Yeah.
Everywhere. So
Thank you.
And your Facebook as well, isn't it?
I'm on Facebook, Twitter,
Instagram,
everything
you can mention, all the platforms.
So
and very quickly, I just want to say thank you, and we want to appreciate you now whilst you're doing all of these amazing things. And so we have a bit of a gift for you.
So
I've got a gift.
We have some lovely flowers for you from the mic.
Oh,
the courtesy of Active Bloom.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Goodness, they are beautiful.
And colourful like you.
Yes.
And as she said, the story behind the flowers, we really want to appreciate you now.
Yeah.
While you're still here with us.
For a very long time.
Yeah. She's
but it's so important that people,
Yeah.
are thanked and are appreciated.
And appreciated.
Goodness, that is just beautiful. Thank you.
Me and my team, everybody here, we want to say thank you, Anna.
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure. It was worth the drive, honestly.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your tickets up.
Yes.
We're going to see Anna.
Yes. Mama Africa.
Mama Africa.
Me want my dad. Give me to my wee. Me want my dad. Give me to my wee. Me want my dad. Give me to my